Hello guys, what's going on? In today's video I'm going to do something very unusual for my channel. I'm going to unbox and show you the Neca Aliens Alien Queen model. I bought that recently. I'm not a huge toy collector. I don't have many action figures like this, but I'm a huge Aliens fan and I love the movie, especially Aliens. The second part is my absolute favorite movie of all time. I love the design of this alien queen, so I couldn't resist but buying this model. It's, I think, an absolute piece of beauty already. What it promises here in the looking window, it just looks absolutely great. I also purchased this Alien Xenomorph warrior figure, which is a bit smaller. I'm not sure you can see it there, but I'm gonna unbox that in a different video today. We're only gonna look at this Aliens Alien Queen. So like I said, it's produced by Neca. You can see their logo up here, tiny in the corner, right here. And I think we're going to look at the box first. Up here, nice graphic. You can see people slimed in, ready to have a chest burster coming out of their chest. Same on the front, again, the same motif. It's basically a scene from the movie, more or less a recreation. Then down here, see the eggs that the queen lays in the movie. On this side, you do have a bit of a cheesy graphic, and on the back, a full bleed picture of the queen. And I just absolutely love the design. I love the amount of detail they put into this. It literally looks nearly like a scene from the movie when actually it is this model. And this side, you do have another picture of the queen with a marine in front of it. You can buy this figure separately. I do not have that figure, but to be honest, I'm more interested in the alien figures rather than the marine figures. Like I said, I'm not a big toy collector, so that I would have to own all of them. Looking at the bottom, there's just the Aliens logo, 20th Century Fox logo, Neca logo again, and a few of the names of the people who actually worked on it. So that's about everything I can say about the box. It is big, So what I've done is actually I've brought my measuring band right here, because when I saw the videos on YouTube of people unboxing this thing, I just had no idea how big it is. And if you measure it from this side to that side, it is 43.5 centimeter, which makes just a bit more than 17 inches in width. And the height is, what do we have? 33.5 centimeters and a bit more than 13 inches in height. So this box is absolutely gigantic, and also the figure inside is absolutely gigantic. So I think we go straight to it. We open the box and we're gonna look what's inside. So it is sealed over here with a bit of transparent tape. So I'm just gonna cut these open. That's one. Here's another one. Oops, here's one. Oops, you can't really see that, right? Down here, and there's a last one just on the bottom. Okay, so let's open this piece of beauty up and see whether it actually lives up to all the positive reviews, because it did get a lot of positive reviews. People say it's one of the best Neca figures in terms of detail. So let's see what it has to offer. Oh, a bit fiddly to get this out of here. Now come on. There we go. So opening the side carefully, as you don't want to destroy it. Kind of hoping that one day it will have a little bit of a collector's value, maybe. So here we go. And here it is in all its glory. Can you see that? Oh, it's actually interesting. There are prints inside. Obviously, it's a bit of a backdrop inside the box. You can see it there. But the figure sits in this plastic casing. Over here, these ones are actually back pieces that you can stick into the back. You have the two tongues up here. A shorter one and a long one, which you can slot into the mouth. You have underneath a stand, which is this kind of A-shaped or V-shaped stand that holds the front body up in certain positions. And you have like a little support unit down here with two different lengths of sticks to hold the body, the front body, in different heights. So what I'm going to do is, because this gets a bit fiddly, you can see there are loads of these wires. I'm not going to put this on camera, how I spent ages to get rid of all these wires. So I'm going to free this beauty from its packaging. And then I'm gonna pose it, and then we're gonna look at some of the details, guys. So stay tuned, I'll see you in a second. And here it is, guys. I took it out of the box. It was a bit of a fiddly job to get rid of all these wires that hold it in position, but here it is. And I think what we should do is like just look at the functionality quickly and then talk a little bit about the details it has. So starting from the head, obviously you can change the jar, right? You can open and close it, and it has these lovely transparent teeth, just as it has in the movie. And also on the sides of the mouth here you see this kind of translucent plastic, so that really helps to bring it to life. The big shell or the protector on the head you can actually move to the front, right? If you remember in the Aliens movie, I guess Ripley discovered her first like this, and then the mouth moved out kind of underneath from the shell. So that is like a direct reference to the movie. I guess in the movie it was the mouth that moved forward rather than the shell that moved backward. But anyway, who cares, right? It's absolutely great. You can move the head itself. You can see it has a little bit of a tilt here to both angles. Same for the whole neck part. This tilts as well. Then you have the tiny two arms down here. These move into all three directions, so it has a ball joint up here, it has a ball joint in the middle, and then also the hands can be moved separately. I hope you can see that here. So there are three ball joints in this. The big arms move into all directions. You can move them up and move them down, so there's a lot of room for posing them. Same with the joints in the middle. They do have a bit of a click to them, so when you click them you can see it kind of clicks in position, but I guess if you're careful enough you can get any position. And then let me check this out so I don't say anything wrong. The front hands only can be turned in this kind of angle, as you can see it here. I don't think you can put them up, or can you? I don't want to say something wrong. I don't think you can. So it's only like a 360-degree rotation, like so. In the middle of the body he has another joint right here, and I really don't know why it has that, because it doesn't do much. You can see it moves it a little bit, but not too much, so it doesn't really do anything. The legs, again, you can pose into any direction you want. I guess it's kind of the same layout as the arms. And then two ball joints, one being here, one being here, and then the foot can be rotated like so. So you can see she's wearing these stilettos. Can you see that? It's a bit like a stiletto design. I don't know how it looked. Did it look like this exactly in the movie? I'm not even sure anymore. But you see, you can move the feet like this, so it gives it a bit of hold. Just earlier I managed actually to kind of put it in a position like this, and it was supporting itself. It didn't need the stand, but then again it fell over because it does have this kind of like a T-Rex position, right? As we know it from Jurassic Park, where the most weight is kind of on the front body. So it's difficult to pose it without the stand. The tail has another rotation back here, so you can rotate the tail, you see, like so, if you wish to do that. However, I find it then interrupts a little bit these spinal bony structures up here, so I guess you want to keep it in this position. But the cool thing about the tail is that it's really, first of all, it's really beefy. You know, it just feels like, with this tip here, it feels like a scorpion or something. It's really well done, and it sticks into any position you want it to be. You can literally shape it to the smallest detail like this, and it will stay in any position you want it to be. Let me do one thing really quick. I'm gonna stretch out this tail to its full length, approximately like this, and then do a measuring exercise, because I'm really curious how long this figure is, including all its tail and everything. So let me get my measuring band out again. Here we go, coming from the head back to the tail. That is 68, yeah, about 67, 68 centimeters, which is extremely long. The height is, well, I guess to the tip of the crown, about 30 centimeters. So you can, yeah, you can change that for yourself into inches if you want to, but it's an absolutely massive figure. It has this support unit right here that I can see. As I said, it comes with another metal piece, so if you want to pose it in a higher position, put the body higher up, then you can do that. But I felt like when it's a bit lower, that just works better. One thing that I noticed that's a little bit annoying is that the support piece kind of sits right behind these tiny arms down here. I'm not sure you can see that. Actually, let me pick the camera up and bring it in a bit closer now when we're actually looking at details and stuff. You can see the plastic unit sits right here just above the arms, and it limits the arms a tiny bit in their movement. Like, I can't put this arm all the way down because it then collides with this plastic support unit, which is a bit of a shame, but I don't think it's a big deal. So let's look at some of these details. I just really want to get close in and show you, because it has an incredible amount of detail, and it's just really impressive how Neca translated all these beautiful details from the movie into this so lovely action figure. Now, as I said, you can open the mouth like so, and then you have two different tongue pieces right here. That's one, and that's the other one. So they have two different lengths, and you can put those in the mouth. You can see it. In there is a tiny piece that holds it in position, kind of back there. Can you see that? And when you attach it to that, then you have the tongue as you have in the movie. And yeah, I mean, just looking at the sculpt here on the arms, right? It's an absolutely beautiful paint job. I've seen one before which had a slightly darker crown up here, and I feel that in this particular version it's left a little bit too bright, but yeah, well, it's a detail. It's like the paint job is a mixture between black and a kind of a light gray, but overall I have to say I'm really happy with that. I mean, look at the detail, how the organic detail on these legs. Now, I think the design of the Queen was not made by H.R. Geiger, the designer of the original Alien figure, but I think he said that it's an absolutely beautiful design and he loved it as well. And I just think it so perfectly speaks the language of the movie. So I'm going to put this on my shelf and I'm going to have it sit there. And every time I look at it, I'm going to feel a little bit joy, because I really love like tiny models of objects, you know, and it just fills me with joy to look at that. Looking at the back, you can see even underneath the crown here, you see all this lovely detail. The other side, I'll flip it around really quick so you can see how the other side looks. Oops, now we're kind of losing the stand. Sorry for the camera work. I guess I could do a better job with that, but hopefully it gives you an idea. So I think the arm is just literally a copy of the other side. I also love the hands, right? The hands are in such an aggressive attack position, and if you just see it from the front, how the hands are literally in the position to attack its victim and defend its eggs, then it just really beautifully tells the story. As I said, the tail, if you look at the length of the tail in proportion to the rest of the body, it's just absolutely gigantic. It has a wire in it, like I said before, so you can pose it in any position you want, and it really stays in that position right quite easily. So guys, that's it. You can leave me comments in the comment section below if you consider buying this model. Then feel free to ask me anything. I will do my very best to answer it for you guys. I'm absolutely happy with this. What I have not done now is I have not attached these back pieces, but I think there are a few videos on YouTube where people do this, because you kind of have to bend down the head and then you have these slots back here in which you can kind of fit in these pieces that then really stand out, and I'm sure that gives it another like layer, like an aggressive layer, I want to say. It's gonna be great, but I'm not doing this in this review. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you a little bit. Like I said, feel free to ask me anything down in the comment section below. You can like the video if it did help you. You can subscribe to my channel. I normally do more like video game content, walkthroughs and commentaries and things. So if you enjoyed it, as I said, leave a like. Otherwise, stay tuned guys, and see you guys next time. I'm out.